Hello everyone, my name is Anil Prasad, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE. Today we are going to learn about how Tinkercad can be used for the circuit design. The objectives are to connect tricolor LED to Arduino board and to write a program to blink LED using Arduino IDE. Also to write a program to control blinking of LED using push button. The components that are required for doing this experiment Arduino with tricolor LED are Arduino Uno board, Arduino IDE, tricolor LED, push button, breadboard, resistors and jumper wires. Here is the Arduino board, how it looks like. And this is a microcontroller Atmega 328P and these are digital input output pins and these are the analog pins and this is the USB port. USB interface for serial communication between board and computer and programming. Here is the default Arduino IDE, how it looks like. You can see two default functions, a wide setup and wide loop. Wide setup is used for setting the microcontroller and wide loop is used for running the code indefinitely. Here are the details of circuit connections. What we have considered is Arduino board, one breadboard, a tricolor LED and 3 resistors. The LED can be of two types, common anode type or common cathode type. The LED we considered is a common cathode type. That means it is going to have 4 legs, out of which this leg is cathode, this is red, this is blue and this is green LED. Let us see how we can use the Tinkercad for making these connections and writing program and executing our programs. Now you type tinker.com. When you type tinker.com, it comes like this. As I have already logged in, it is showing my name here. So I will show you how it looks when you are not signed in. So this is how it is going to look like when you are not signed in. Now you can join, you can click the join button now and you can have, if you are having a account, you can sign in here. You can sign in even through your Gmail account. I am signing in with my Gmail account. So sign in here. It may ask me that enter my Gmail account. Yeah. So with one of my Gmail account, I was trying to sign in here. I'll be typing the password so that I can join with the Tinkercad. It takes some time. So yeah. So now we have joined this Tinkercad. So this is how it is going to look like. So now I have got my name because I have joined with my Gmail account. Okay. So now I was selecting the circuits. These are all the circuits which were already done earlier. So now let us go to a new circuit. So create new circuit. So it will take us to go to a new window and this is how the new window is going to look like. So this is a place where we are going to construct our circuit. And we have already seen in our earlier slides what are all the components that we require for performing our experiment. And here is the tab components and from which you can easily find out whatever the components you require for doing your experiment. So I could see here the breadboard which I want for my experiment I was taking the breadboard, and I was taking one Arduino board. So my Arduino board is here, my breadboard is somewhere here, and what else I require is I need a resistor. So how many resistors I require? Three resistors I require. So I was taking three resistors. So let me take three, and also I require a tricolored LED. Yeah. So this is the tricolored LED. That is also I require. So this is the LED that I require. So that's all we require for doing the experiment, blinking the LED. So let us have the connections now. What I'll be doing is, uh, before we start, let us have a look at this LED. So this lead is representing lead LED, this lead is representing cathode, and this is representing a blue LED, and this leg is representing green LED. Because it is a tricolor, so all the three colors are present. And as this is of common cathode type, this cathode has to be connected to the ground. So I was connecting this cathode to the ground of the Arduino board. So I was connecting this cathode to the ground of this Arduino board, and I was changing the color of this wire to be black, so that I can understand that this cathode of the LED has been connected to the ground of the Arduino board. Okay, so let me take another wire and connect it to pin number 12 of this Arduino board, and let me make the color of this wire as red. Similarly, let me take another wire for connecting to the pin number 11 of the Arduino board, and let me change this color as blue, so that I can connect to the blue LED. So I have changed the wire to the blue color, and again I can take one more wire for connecting to pin 10 of the Arduino board, and I'll keep the color of the wire as it is. See, what I have done is, I was showing three wires with three different colors, so that I can connect to my LED legs with the help of these three resistors. So I was connecting this pin number 12 to my red LED, and where is my red LED? Is somewhere here, my red LED. I was changing my color of the wire as red, so that I can understand that pin 12 has been connected through the resistor to the LED red. Okay. Similarly, I can connect this blue color wire to the blue blue LED, to the blue LED of my tricolor LED. Right. So pin number 11 has been connected to the blue LED through a resistor. Similarly, I can connect. Pin number 10 to the green LED. Okay. So this is what we have done. Yeah, almost we are done with the connections. So now let us see how we write the code for blinking the LED. Here in the code, you could see two functions, basically void setup function and a void loop function. As I already mentioned, void setup is used for setting the microcontroller, and a void loop is going to execute the statements indefinitely. Let us understand what is written here. In the void setup, pin mode within brackets 12 comma output. So that means using pin mode command, 12th pin has been made as output. Okay, and what we are doing in the void loop is digital write within brackets 12 comma high. what it is going to do is high value is set onto the pin 12. So that means as the pin 12 is already connected to the red LED, so whenever pin number 12 is made high, the red LED is going to be on, and it is going to be on until 1 second, because the delay is given as 1000 milliseconds, that is 1 second. And then immediately you are giving a low value to the pin number 12, so which makes the LED to off, and it continues to be off until 1 second. As this has to run indefinitely, you can observe the red LED is glowing and switching off with a time delay of 1 second. Okay, so that means the red LED has to switch on and off with a 1 second delay. That is what we expect when we run the program. Let us see whether we are getting the same or not. Go to the start simulation and you click it, and then you look at now. When you observe the output, you could see that a red LED is blinking. Though it is a tricolor LED, only one color LED is being blinking. Why it is so? Because in the code, let me stop simulation. Let us go back to the code. So in the code, you have initialized only one input. Let me initialize the other two pins also. I have initialized pin number 11 and pin number 10. Now let me copy this code and paste it again. Okay. So why? Because I would like to see that in addition to the red LED, also the other LED is also to be blinking. And I'll change this as blue LED. I'll again copy and I'll paste it for my green LED, because I was changing my pin number to 10, and I'll change this blue to green. Okay, so let us see from the beginning what was happening. I have initialized all the three pins of the Arduino as outputs, that is 10, 11 and 12. I know each pin is connected to which LED, and in the while loop I was writing high value to a particular pin and low value to a particular pin with a certain delay. So when I try to execute this program, what is expected is the red LED blinks for with a delay of 1 second, followed by the blue LED blinks with a delay of 1 second, and also the green LED blinks with a delay of 1 second. Let us see whether we are going to observe the same or not. So now let us observe here. Yes. So we can observe blinking of red, blue and green. Okay. So this is what the experiment, blinking the LED, right? Okay. So now I was stopping the simulation. I was trying to control this blinking of LED with the help of a push button. Okay. So with the help of a push button, I would like to control this blinking. So I am having from the components this push button. I will be dragging here. I will be keeping here. Okay. So now let us look at the circuit connections for controlling the blinking of LED with the help of push button. What I have done is I have taken the push button. This push button is having four legs: terminal 1B, terminal 1A, terminal 2A, terminal 2B. So internally these two legs are being shorted and these two legs are being shorted. So when I press this push button, there will be a connection that is established between these two legs. That is why what I have done is from this leg I have connected to the pin number 7 of the Arduino board. I have connected from one leg of the push button to the pin number 7 of the Arduino board, right? And from the other leg I have connected to the 5 volts of the Arduino board. So what happens when I press the push button? This pin number 7 will be assigned 5 volts, because the connection will be established and the 7th pin will be given 5 volts, right? When once push button is pressed, then only we want this LED to be blinking, right? And also this resistor has been used here from pin number 7 to the ground. Okay, why means, suppose if this resistor would have been not there, then pin number 7 would have been directly connected to 5 volts when the push button is being pressed, and that would may damage this push button. That is why we are using this resistor in between pin 7 and the ground. Okay, so now let us see how we can modify the code in order to have the control over blinking of this LED with this push button, right? I'm going to the code, and here I will be initializing this pin 7 as my input. Okay, right. So I have initialized pin number 7 of the Arduino as the input, and now I can write a very simple if statement like digital read of 7 is high, then do all these things. So let us see what I have written here. Okay, I have initialized the pin number 7 as the input, and I was checking that whether this input 7 is high or not. Digital read of 7 means it is going to read what is pin number 7. If pin number 7 is going to be high, then you do all these things. Otherwise, you come out of the if statement, right? When will this pin number 7 is going to be high? Whenever I press the push button, 7th pin will be given 5 volts, then my 7th pin is going to be read as high, then all these things will be executed. Otherwise, my LED is not going to blink. Okay, let us see that whether this is going to happen after executing simulation, right? Start simulation, it is going to initialize, it takes some time, then you observe. So now the LED is not blinking. Okay, so until and otherwise I press the push button, the LED will not blinking. So when I let me press this push button, I have pressed this push button, and now you can observe blinking of your tricolor LED. Okay, so when once I press the push button, it blinks only one time. Suppose let me do it like I was pressing this push button continuously, then you can observe a continuous blinking of your LED, right? So it keeps on blinking, not stopping. Why? Because I was making my pin 7 high continuously. Now when I release, it stops after once blinking, ends with this green light. So I hope you have understood this experiment. Thank you very much.